Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Thank you very much. This is commemorating the start of the use of the F-16 for training here at Lewis F. Garland Fire Academy. We acquired this aircraft from Shepherd Air Force Base October 16th. It was transported via ground intact. We didn't have to get it in pieces, so that was a very good thing for us. This is going to symbolize realism in training, realism and readiness to incorporate in our course criminalization, to be utilized in the FOSTA curriculum, and to ensure we have readiness and practice the concept of bracer forge, okay, with our airmen. So that way they have early access to training, fundamentals, rescue operations, safety aspects before they get to their first installation, whether or not they're going to be able to encounter this aircraft. This aircraft is not operable. She is not flying it in, taking off anywhere. It has no armament as well, but you will see concepts of vehicle parking, positioning, safety aspect on that. They will stretch line. We will not spray any water, so nobody is in a splash zone. It is very cold. We do that for environmental reasons. We don't want any of that water to run off into certain drainage that is not safe for consumption. Also, we will conduct some rescue operations. You'll see crews pin the aircraft, apply chocks to ensure that it's not going to move on us. Where if this aircraft did have any armament, we would safety those as well. Then we have our pilot inside who does not have the ability to extricate herself, so we will conduct that portion and rescue the pilot and then get further medical attention. I will be highlighting some of the things that are going on, things that you see. You may see some radio transmissions. Also, a fair warning, there will be more likely lights and sirens and air horns. Just be ready for those things. You might have to plug your ears. If not, you're gonna have to get some testing for hearing loss. Got some other stragglers as well. So if you guys are ready to go, let's run it.
Respond. Dispatch 2, Rescue 1, crash 1, crash 2 on scene, I'll set command 6 level 1.
Alright, you see vehicle positioning. We do have one lead firefighter making communication with the pilot. The pilot is indicating that the hands are not on the toggles. The pilot will not activate any of the engines, will not push any of the munitions. And we do another rescuer applying chocks and pinning the aircraft. We have hand lines deployed to be there for our firefighters' protections and to produce a rescue path if there are fuel on the ground and if there is a potential for ignition of that fuel.
Show aircraft is shut down. Aircraft have been chopped and rescuers are going to start egress. Yeah, sure, we have 3 firefighters doing egress in the aircraft area.
So what we see is them manually opening up the canopy. This is the preference due to we do not want to damage by using power tools. So this is going to be the preferred method. Our rescuer is now performing shutdown operations. We're going to ensure batteries are turned off, throttles are at a neutral lock position, and we also want to secure the ejection seat to not accidentally pull the cord and send the pilot flying. We are now going to lift the pilot out. Also, for safety reasons, we will be stopping the index here at curb removal, just for safety reasons.
Dispatch command, show aircraft shutdown. We're going to turn the aircraft over to crash recovery, and a patient has been transported to East Mex.
Pilot is out. We'll get seen by flight docs, medical for further evaluation to ensure that the pilot can continue on with future operations, possibly another aircraft if available, depending on the condition of our current aircraft. Aircraft is turned over to maintenance for their evaluation, and then our crews will reconstitute to get prepared for the next real-world emergency. And that concludes demonstration. Anybody have any questions? Any questions, sir?
Great training.
Alrighty. If anybody has questions, you can utilize some time to take photos, use this opportunity. Otherwise, this concludes the ceremony, ribbon cutting, the demonstration. I appreciate everybody for being here. Have a great day.
Okay. Would you mind just saying your name and spelling it for us?
Yes, my name is Sergeant Christian Mejia, last name M-E-J-I-A.
And your title or position?
Tech Sergeant, fire instructor here at Lewis F. Garland Fire Academy.
All right. Okay. Who wants to go first?
You want
Right to left?
You want to talk about the significance of the aircraft to the base?
Yes, this F-16 is very detrimental to our training here. We want to invoke the realism of our training, hands-on for the firefighters and also the service members that conduct training here to provide rescue operations, setup, safety aspects, things that they can encounter in real-world environments.
And we were speaking about it before, but you said there isn't any particular block that this will be used in. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, more for familiarization in the ARF block, but otherwise it'll be utilized in FOSLIC's curriculum, more on that leadership and officer type roles, to put them in certain experiences that not everybody gets to encounter. Not every installation has this type of aircraft, so they'll be able to get that hands-on while they're here for that course. We will also be utilizing it in the concept of bracer forge for training and readiness prior to deployments. And like I said, they won't see this too often if their base does not have it, but they'll get to see it here. These are the young airmen that are coming through the schoolhouse. We will give them time to get familiar.
Could you tell me what kind of situations they're going to be going through on this, saving the pilot, putting out flames or anything like that?
No flames on this aircraft. We want to be able to continuously use this aircraft, so when we start bringing in flames, that degrades the structural integrity of that aircraft. So this is all strictly set up on how we position the vehicles, safety aspects on that, especially if the aircraft downrange have armament, and we want to have eyes on that and experience. We will conduct pilot rescue operations, extrication, whether in the instance the pilot cannot come out on their own. We want to be able to gain access to them, and if they have not done so already, we will shut down, do some shutdown procedures, safety of the aircraft, and ensure it doesn't move or deploy any of those armaments.
You kind of spoke about it a little bit, but it's kind of a clarifying question. I was doing some research, and while the U.S. military doesn't buy this type of aircraft anymore, it's still one of the most used types of aircraft in the U.S. military. Kind of talk to me a little bit about how common they'll actually be, how common it is to come across this type of aircraft out in the field, out in their day-to-day.
Can't really speak on how it's utilized out in the field, but yes, it is an active aircraft within our fleet. So we just want to ensure that our firefighters, if they encounter it, it's tough to tell on how often, where they're deployed to, where they're utilized, and how. I cannot speak on that, but I can speak on we want to ensure that our firefighters or anybody responding is ready for an active aircraft.
What's y'all's fleet look like now for aircrafts y'all have, and is there any other ones that the base is eyeing that you know of?
You're talking about the fleet here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a lot of our large frame aircraft, they're going to provide that realism on as far as cargo space, troop movement wise, as far as rescuing large capacity of troops in case any of those go down. We still utilize a lot of these 130s, but again, it's just the realism in training. We can be very versatile on how we want to use them, change scenarios up on them. Same thing with helo operations, and we also have another fighter just to provide familiarization on a wide variety. We will be looking into bringing in more aircraft as they become available, as long as they're not being utilized.
You sort of already answered this, but I was wondering, how critical is this to y'all's mission? How y'all said y'all got this from somewhere else. Can you tell me just sort of, does this update y'all's program to a different level to measure up with some of the other ones around?
Oh, yes. So yeah, just being able to acquire this from a neighboring base here in Texas, and everything went smoothly. We got this aircraft intact, so the realism on size and the wingspan and all the components that are interior as far as the shutdown procedures, like we talked about, provides realism, and it eliminates us the need to simulate things. When we simulate things or just talk about procedures, we tend to miss things and we lose the ability to troubleshoot in critical times where problem solving is going to be is of the essence.
And then I just have one last question for you. Just talk to me about how excited you are and why to have this on base, have it be available.
Yeah, very exciting. I mentioned earlier that a lot of people saw this coming in from Shepherd. A lot of good positive feedback. They want to see, that our aircraft or our resources are being utilized correctly. So for us, it's not just something else to look at. It's not a monument, that you see on the road coming in, right? These are actually tools and resources that we're going to use and incorporate in our curriculum. And what we would hate to see in the real world is somebody shows up and does not know how to conduct those emergency operations. So it'll be exciting for me to teach, and for those that when they progress on to their first installations or on their deployments, they already know what they need to do, and everybody's more at ease and comfortable with doing those operations.
Anything else you want the people of Angelo to know just about how important it is to this base?
Super important, just on the safety aspect. On the 16 years that I've been here, going down range and actually putting hands on, people should be proud and be very happy to see that we're utilizing the resources to the best of our ability and continuing to protect the United States.
And how many people today are you training for this rescue?
Sorry, repeat that?
How many people today are you training for this?
Today we are not training anybody in particular, but we do have, I believe, at least a team of 15 that are going to conduct the demo operations. We're essentially showcasing the training to the populace that is going to be able to attend, and to you guys as well.